What is up, guys? Here it is, your boy Kagi, back at it again with a new video. And in this video, I bring you the founder of CryptoBlades, Philip, aka Croach. He goes by Philip on Telegram and Croach on Discord. So you can call him either Philip or Croach, whatever you guys want, whatever you guys prefer. So you guys already know that CryptoBlades is absolutely blowing up. The token is going ballistic. People are excited to play. The game is very, very early stage. So some of you might be like, yeah, but that's just a little game. No, there is a vision behind it, and we're gonna find out what the vision is, because I'm also interested in the vision of this game and what is there to develop coming in the next months, next year, right? So that's why I brought Philip Croach. I'm gonna call you Croach. I like Croach. So yeah, Croach, welcome, man. First question: give us a little bit of your background. Like, who are you? Did you have any background in gaming? Are you a gamer yourself? Tell me a little bit more about you.
Yeah, sure. So, first off, I'm based out of the United States. So I'm in South Carolina. I have been running Riveted Games since 2014, which is our game company. We primarily have released on the Steam platform, but we've done a lot of other little things too, little game jam type projects, to other commission type projects, and now we are fully into the blockchain gaming world and have put basically everything that we have into CryptoBlades. We expanded our core team to include also obviously web and blockchain developers. So I mostly just stay on the founder level. Obviously, I have a technical background, but I'm not the one necessarily programming anymore, as much as I'll give my developers ideas and watch them eye roll. But as far as the rest of the team goes, Dan is kind of my right hand man. He's been with me since I think 2016, and he's Posh Dan in the Discord and in the Telegram, and he's an excellent 3D graphics developer and awesome game designer. Been with me for a very long time. Kyle is our lead front end developer. We actually went to college together and then reconnected through game development, really. And Kyle is an exceptional open source developer. And what I mean by that is just the vast amount of projects that he's worked on, the popularity of the projects he's worked on. He has, I want to say, thousands of GitHub stars on his profile. So he's one of the best of the best. And he is leading our open source initiative, which is basically how we get players, really developers from around the world who are interested in blockchain or interested in our game, and they can contribute to it. We have over 50 on GitHub right now. And then Ray is our Swedish blockchain prodigy. He'll probably kick me for saying that, but just really exceptional developer. And he's kind of the brains behind creating a game that can be upgradable on the blockchain, which is always a challenge, and be completely on the blockchain, which is also another challenge. Most games kind of take it off, and then they run into all kinds of problems once they lose the power of the blockchain. So Ray is kind of the brains behind that, and that's kind of how our team, fills out. So, absolutely,
I like it. I like that you guys have a few people in your team that are masters at what they do, right? There's a lot of games out here that are experimenting and they're brand new in the industry. I would even say Axie Infinity, for example, when they started, they never did a game before. Highly successful right now. Amazing. I love Axie Infinity, of course, but that's great that you guys have this background, right? So you guys are coming in with some background, and that's gonna help you for sure moving forward.
Yeah.
Now, you said 2014, right? And what made you guys go into the blockchain? What made CryptoBlades go into the blockchain? What's the idea behind it? Other than the fact that you own your things, we know that. But what is the value that you guys saw, especially for your game? Like, how does that integrate into your game? And maybe tell us a little bit about your game first, and then kind of roll into that, and as to why you went into the blockchain.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so just a kind of one-liner about the game is it's a NFT crafting role-playing game. So you recruit characters, which are NFTs, and you can forge weapons or crypto blades, which are also NFTs. and they have this utility behind them where they can interact with each other, and then you can also use them to fight enemies of varying different strengths. And as your character plays the game, it gets more powerful. It gains experience, it can level up, and as it levels up, you can earn more skill tokens for defeating enemies. You can also earn more skill tokens by upgrading your weapon. We have 5 different tiers of weapons that you can randomly obtain through forging, with a 5-star being the most powerful, and also being able to farm the most amount of skill tokens. And with with that, you can attack stronger enemies, win more skill tokens, and we're even working on winning NFTs through defeating enemies too. So that's kind of the overview. Remind me again, what was the second part you wanted me to kind of roll into there?
Yeah, yeah. So why the blockchain? When do you guys decide to all right, let's go into the blockchain? I think it's needed for our project, right? So
Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I mean, first and foremost, whenever financial transactions are at play, I think blockchain is and always will be the number one solution. And
mhm.
that's we wanted to create a play to earn game, and that meant blockchain. Like there is no alternative in
True.
my mind. Even when it comes to layer two technologies, making sure that everything is verifiable is essential, and when possible, doing everything directly on the blockchain. We don't want there to be any issue of trust involved on our part. We're going to
Mhm.
put out smart contracts. We're going to get them audited. We're going to do all those things to make sure that they're safe. And then once it's there, players can know what to expect. And so that was the most important thing, with respect to the financial aspect of it. But then with all of the work being done around NFTs and creating additional utility to them, I think a lot of people are still learning that you can attach any kind of data to an NFT. Our NFTs have different traits to them: fire, lightning, earth,
Levels,
etc.
experience.
Levels, exactly, stamina. They have all these different stats, and all of that lives directly on the blockchain because, again, it's important that the players have ownership of their characters that are in charge of making them money. So it kind of goes back to that financial aspect of it. Is if the characters or if the game, any part of it is involved in that financial transaction, then it should be an NFT. So that's kind of our take on it, and um, from that perspective. But then from just a game development perspective, I've always wanted to create a game that was kind of in that Diablo or Baldur's Gate kind of feel to it, with fantasy, with monsters. We're adding all kinds of different lore behind the scenes that we're really excited to release. Just creating that you know cool fantasy world is really, and on top of that, creating really powerful weapons. Like that kind of goes back to my Diablo days, probably, of just farming endlessly in order to find the perfect drops with the perfect stats on it. And you can definitely see once you play the game that there's a lot of inspiration there with all of the random stats that you can get on our weapons, and the upgrades you can do and things like that. So from just a pure game perspective, it definitely, I would say, as a genre, kind of fits into that bucket.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really like what you said. Like everything. Here's how I see it. I see when you put time into your character, when you put money into your character, when you put all this effort into your character, it has to translate into something, right? And translate it. In this case, it translates to data, right? So your effort is then stored as data, and then that data you can sell it, right? So it's an amazing concept to be able to do that, and I don't think a lot of games have done it yet, right? There's a lot of play to earn, that the effort that you put into your character is still not yet transferable, right? As a matter of fact, most of the times you transfer that NFT and you lose your levels once it goes to another player, and I don't think you should. I don't think you should lose your levels. You should be able to sell your character or your pet at the level that you got them to, right? Because that
Right.
effort is engraved within that NFT, right? The time that you put in. So I really like that a lot. Another thing I wanted to touch on real quick. A lot of people, with this play to earn, they're like, oh, Ponzi, blah blah blah. here's my take on this, and you tell me your take. My take is that yes, it would seem like something like that if there was no fun to it. Sometimes, like in CryptoBlades, I love forging weapons. I like that part of the game, right? Forging weapons. I don't necessarily like to play, but I like to forge weapons. I enjoy it. I enjoy that gambling aspect, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So I'm putting money there because I enjoy that part. Same thing with Axie Infinity. I love breeding. I'll pay people for the SOP, which in this case will be the skill token that you need to do something else outside of fighting within the game. And I love breeding in Axie Infinity. So I pay people the amount that they're selling their SOP for on the market, and that's how they play to earn. Because I'm willing to pay for that. And there's people willing to pay for that because they enjoy doing other things that are part of the game and are not necessarily the fighting part. So I don't know if you see it like that too,
Yeah, definitely. And I kind of share your enjoyment level of the game. All my characters are like low level. I've just forged and then profited and then purchased high level characters, and I still haven't even been using them. So still haven't even been battling.
You're collecting like high characters, yeah.
Yeah, and I was actually forging on a live stream a few weeks ago, and managed to get a 5-star on the live stream, which was pretty cool. But
nice.
Yeah, so I got pretty lucky, but yeah, exactly. You've hit it on the head. Is we're selling an experience, and in this experience, you can enjoy the game. You can be part of our community. You can make money, and people are joining because there is that extra experience level. If this was just about making money, I mean, you can go liquidity farm, or you could do all these other things, right? But no, people are coming here because they want to play the game, and and on top of that, it's I think there's a lot of things that could just as easily be chalked up to Ponzi schemes, like the entire insurance industry, or it's equivalent in my mind to somebody saying, well, what if Apple never sells another iPhone again? Well, right, yeah, they would go under, right? But we're selling a game here. We have a game that we're developing. We have
people
all
are
kinds of different
hooked.
features.
Yeah, people are hooked. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like everything is it's a belief system. It's a belief system. Once people start believing in something, that's it. Like they believe it. They want to believe it. They want to be there. They want to be part of that ecosystem. It's like anything, like anything in life, any organization, any product. Some people are strong believers of Apple. Some people are strong believers of Android. Some people are strong believers of the church. Some people are strong believers of whatever the hell they want to believe, right? And that's it. That's That's basically it to me. That's where it ends to me. Like if you believe and you want to be part of it, that's cool. So that's how I see it. Now, something very, very important, land, man, because what's the future of this game? Because the 2D part, the idle type of thing, it's not really my thing. Are you guys planning to scale this game in a 3D model type of thing, or maybe top-down view land gameplay, where you can like fight other players in real time, like MMORPG? I mean, you guys already have like a base of characters or people as well playing it. That I know it takes money, it takes time. This is not like, oh yeah, we did a MMORPG, but I feel like it's there, right? Like you already have the base to start building something towards that, or action RPG, not necessarily MMO, but something like that. I don't know.
Right. So with CryptoBlades itself, we have a lot of things planned. For example, there's a feature in the game called 3D graphics, and if you were to turn that on, it's not optimized right now. It will lag the game a bit, which is why by default most people are only used to the 2D aspect. But those are the actual 3D models that represent they're randomly generated. And they represent the 3D models in game of your weapons and of your characters. And there's lots of different features that we're planning in the future for having your characters be the ones battling the monsters and having it be in 3D. But on top of that, as far as lands go and as far as a larger scope, we have in development CryptoBlades Kingdoms, which we're going to be launching a token for next month. We're currently in a seed round phase for the development funds, and that's almost complete. And once we launch the token, by that point, we will have tons of details out there, a website with all of the different aspects of the game. But essentially, it's going to be a kingdom building game, a massively multiplayer kingdom building game where you're going to buy a plot of land. It's going to have certain amount of resources because you can buy better lands or maybe more less expensive entry level lands. And once you have your land, you'll be developing all those different resources. You'll be expanding your kingdom. You'll be joining guilds. You'll be doing different dungeons with your guild or with your friends. And it's going to be powered by a new token called the King token. So that's going to power the economy there, where you're going to be able to get basically swap your skill tokens for King tokens at a better than market rate. So our skill token holders get to benefit there. Plus, your characters that are in Crypto Blades will carry over into Crypto Blade Kingdoms as generals and your weapons as well in order to really power up your kingdom. And so I would say to kind of give you a visual, it's going to be in the same genre as Tribal Wars or Travian. So kind of two examples there.
Yeah, I haven't played those, but those are like Clash of Clans type of thing.
There you go. Clash of Clans is definitely a more well-known version.
Okay, yeah. I'm not really big on those, but there's a market for that for sure. And to be honest, I know you guys are a studio, so I'm down to keep supporting you guys, in any way I can, right? Because this is not only about what I like too, right? If it was a channel only about what I like, then I would only be talking about what I like. That's why I have brought different type of, I try to fit it into what I like, but I know I expand a little bit more so that people can, get into these games that they might like. And I think for me personally, I wouldn't necessarily play it, but I would definitely support it, man, because if you guys are a studio, you guys are not stopping here, right? This is not going to be the last game you're going to do. So it's not like, that's it. Like that game, I don't like it. I don't like them. No, it's not like that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the development of the game. And to be honest, would love to see you guys, create some type of action RPG, man, like some MMO style. Like you can actually control your character. Like I see New World and I see Crypto Blades, right?
Yeah. It's
like imagine Crypto Blades as an MMO like that, but it's such a massive game. I know it's not easy.
Right. Right. Yeah. And the sky's the limit though, essentially, as far as how the players can interact with Crypto Blades. And the biggest reason we haven't done a more interactive experience is because of our belief that all of the actions need to be on the blockchain. And if you're moving a character in real time, around a world, obviously there's layer 2 solutions or side chains that can handle that. But at the same time, that's
there's a delay still
at this moment. Yeah, and there's a delay still, and there's lots of issues there, right? Because if we have 1 million players that we're trying to run an MMO for, we're looking at some really serious overhead on Blizzard level infrastructure. And so those aren't the types of things, like, for example, we're a very small studio, but we were able to scale up to the amount of users that we have simply because we're utilizing the blockchain entirely, right? So everything that's on the blockchain, while there may be congestion, while the blockchain is dealing with all of the transaction volume from us, we're actually working directly with Binance Smart Chain in order to help reduce that, and are going to be implementing some fixes to it today even.
I actually see Crypto Blades, now that I'm thinking about it, you seen Brawl Stars, that little game that is like 4v4. Like, I actually see like some type of like battling game where you actually control your character, right? You got your weapons, you got your little character leveled up, and then you go 4v4 against another player. That would be insane too. I mean, the possibilities are endless, right? And I don't think that one takes that much effort versus an MMO. But it is a well-polished game, right, the Brawl Stars. So,
yeah, I agree.
So yeah, man. Thank you for coming here. I'm gonna keep it short. I have many more questions, of course, but I think that sums it up, right? What the game is, where you guys are going, the vision. Where's the land gameplay coming out, or the land, right? When is you got any idea?
Yeah, so the land sale will be alongside the token sale, I believe, if not at the same time, maybe in a little bit separately, but we're going to be doing that at the end of August, so in a month here. So it's going to be coming up really quick.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, I have a good friend, a YouTuber. He's growing very, very quick. You probably know him already. NFTGG. He's doing a lot of crypto blades content, and I like it. I like it. He's tapping into that market, and just shout out to him. And I think you guys should support him. He's very good. He's very good doing tutorials and stuff like that. It's good for games to have partners within YouTube, right? Because
Right.
once you have the algorithm, your game just blows up, right? So
Yeah, he's been keeping me up to date, actually. Yeah, he has been great. And I agree. Everybody should check him out, especially he posts them all to our videos channel that we have in our Discord, too. So, I mean, I think everybody should go and watch all the videos that are posted to our video channel in our Discord, because it's going to be supporting people like you and other rising YouTubers who we want people who love crypto blades and even blockchain gaming in general to thrive and be able to be successful covering our games. That way, it'll just snowball. It'll just build on top of each other. So.
Yeah, man. I just want to thank you for believing in my channel. I know you guys hit me up, and then hooked me up with a little package to get started and stuff like that. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
And I hope people found value there, because I taught them there like how to actually get in from the start. Those are things that we need to teach right now. MetaMask, all that stuff. But
yeah, right,
I think
exactly.
it's important, yeah. But thank you so much for that. Where can people find Crypto Blades? So Discord, Telegram, Twitter. What are the handles? What are the main? Yeah.
Yep. So on Twitter, it's Blades Crypto. Our website is cryptoblades.io, which also has access to our Medium and all of the rest of our socials. And the game itself, you can just go directly to that in your MetaMask or Trust Wallet browser at app.cryptoblades.io.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna leave all the links down below anyway. So, thank you so much for taking your time and coming to my channel, man. I hope people actually the people that like this game actually join, and because it's basically the number one game in Binance Smart Chain. Much success to you, man. I have a friend that I am onboarded on this game.
Nice.
One of my best friends, and he's made a good amount of money there. It's not only about the money; he's enjoying the forging process, being a trader, trading assets, and playing a little bit. So you see, like I know that although I don't like something necessarily at a personal level, I know I can bring value to other people that might like it. So.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let me stop the recording right here.